Days we're going to see a lot of rain in the metro area. Actually, today, tomorrow, and Friday. Alexa is telling us about that. And for a lot of neighborhoods, every time it rains heavy, they get a lot of street flooding, things like that. Especially if catch basins in those areas are not cleaned out. And as we know, a lot of catch basins around the city are full of stuff.
Yeah, has been the concern. This morning we've got some new data, some new numbers from the city showing exactly how many catch basins have been cleaned, but the big one, how many are still waiting to be cleaned despite millions of dollars that have been allocated to get that job done. Winston Reed standing by at one of those catch basins left unattended this morning. They run the gamut, Winston. Some of them have garbage in them. Some of them have actual trees growing out of them.
It's like they haven't been touched for years.
Right.
Brandon, Eric, I'm afraid of what may be in these catch basins. Just look at this, another catch basin here off of Lafitte Avenue and Broad Street. A lot of stuff in it, garbage, vegetation. You see a cone. You see, again, the top, the lid of the catch basin toppled over inside of it. I'm not really sure how we could catch any water at this point. This is near a drainage station, by the way, as you can see, off of Broad Street. And this is also near that Durgenois and St. Peter Street catch basin that we saw earlier this morning. One of 72,000 catch basins here in the city of New Orleans. Only about 5,000 have been cleaned this year, and the city allocated about $10 million back in 2022 to clean the catch basins. Some city officials say the pace is too slow, with only about 300 catch basins being cleaned a month, and it allows floods to be a common concern in the areas where those catch basins are not being tended to. Councilman Joe Giarrusso says another problem is the Sewage and Water Board takes the blame for a lot of these basins not being cleaned.
If you have a block catch basin or a linear line that's collapsed or a drainage line that's too small, Sewage and Water Board gets really a lot of grief over the pumping problem, but really it's maybe the front end part of the system that's more problematic.
Now, the Department of Public Works, who manages the basins, they contracted with an outside company to clean those basins, but that contract will be up by the end of this year. Last year, only about less than 2,500 catch basins were cleaned. The Sewage and Water Board will take over and manage the catch basins in 2025. Reporting live in New Orleans, Winston Reed, WWL, Louisiana.